Hi musicians. So chord quality, okay, we talked about interval quality in terms of major, minor, diminished, augmented, and perfect. Chord quality has 5 different levels to it. There's not a perfect chord, but we do determine chords in terms of major, minor, augmented, diminished, and then a 5th one, which is called a suspended chord, which is a slightly different one. But we're talking about triads, which is a special kind of chord or a different kind of chord. It's a 3-note chord. There are 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and an infinite number of notes you can put into a chord, or as much as there is on the piano. But we're going to talk about 3-note chords, okay, which we call triads. So, and instead of talking about major, minor, augmented, diminished, and suspended, we're going to stay with just the first 2. We're going to talk about major and minor, okay? And there's 1 note difference between a major and a minor chord. So let's talk about major. Major chord, if you remember your scales, right? And so a major chord is based upon the 1st, 3rd, and 5th note of a major scale, okay? So, at least for the way we're thinking about it, okay? So if I'm going to say I'm in the key of C, okay, and I have a C, D, E, F, and G, so I have C, E, and G, those 3 notes, if I put them here, C, E, and G, that is a major triad. 1st, 3rd, and 5th note of the major scale, okay? If I want to, let's say I'm in the key of F, okay? And so let's go up with F. F, G, A, B flat, C. So now I have an F, A, and C, okay? And that's an F major triad, okay? What if I'm in B flat, okay? So I have B flat, C, D, E flat, F. So B flat, D, and F. Okay, again, now I have a B flat, D, and F. Now that's a B flat major triad, okay? So I'm always basing my triad on whatever the lowest note is, okay? And you notice that the triads are space, 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 or line, 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 all right? And that's the way we call closed position, the closest position, or I always call it snowman form, because it looks like, when you put them all together, it looks like they're a little snowman, okay? Now, that's how you determine a major triad. To find out if it's minor, all I'm going to do is the same thing I did when I did my 1st and 3rd note in the intervals. So if I had like F and an A, okay, and I changed the A to an A flat, now I have a minor triad, okay? And it's just changing 1 note, the 3rd of the chord. So that's the note that you need to change, the 3rd of the chord. So if I have my C, E, and G, and I change the E to an E flat, that C major triad is now a C minor triad, okay? I can do the same thing with my F major triad. I change the A to an A flat, then I have an F minor triad. And then I have a B flat major scale, so what note am I going to change? The 3rd of the chord, all right? And so a D is going to become a D flat, all right? So that's how it works. Now, what if I have a note that's already flat and it's major? Okay, so let's think about the G flat major triad, okay? So I have a G flat, and in the triad you're going to have a G flat, B flat, D flat, G flat, B flat, D flat. So there's a G flat major triad, okay? Because a 3rd of the chord, the 3rd of the scale of G flat is B flat, but I want to make a G flat minor. What do? I lower the 3rd, same thing. So this B flat becomes a B double flat, just a 2nd flat, okay? I hope that's helpful, all right? So major triad, 1st, 3rd, and 5th note of the scale. Minor triad, 1st, flat 3rd, 5th note of the scale, okay? It's the only note that's different is the 3rd. I hope that's helpful. All right, take care.